First, I want to thank the Shaker Heights League of Women Voters and the neighborhood associations for sponsoring this most important forum. Robert Kennedy said, "All of us might wish at times that we lived in a more tranquil world, but we don't. And if our times are difficult and perplexing, so are they challenging and filled with opportunity. Truly, our times are difficult and perplexing. An economy that was booming one day has a historic meltdown the next. A meltdown that reached into every state, county, and local government budget in America. City Council, along with the mayor and his staff, responded to these dramatic economic times, taking unprecedented steps to reduce expenses to maintain our city's fiscal integrity while preserving the qualities that make Shaker special. But our times are also truly challenging and filled with opportunity. I believe Shaker should be at the forefront of a seamless communications web, including more people in civic conversations and providing information and services when and where people want them. I have worked to encourage online services citywide, such as registering for city recreation programs. We are seeing the beginning of a new way of living, where we understand that our resources are not limitless. Shaker Heights should pursue a green strategy in our housing and in our city services. I was an early advocate for the improvements at Horseshoe Lake Park. We should continue to encourage a community-wide environment that is healthy and of the highest quality. We have an exciting plan to redevelop the Van Aken-Warrensville retail area. The next phase of work is underway to create a new RTA transit center and dramatically improve the Van Aken-Warrensville traffic intersection. The city should be well positioned to catch the next economic wave and move forward with this new development. Times filled with opportunity. This is the future before Shaker Heights. I'm honored to have been elected to City Council and would ask that you again allow me to continue the exciting work that is before all of us. Thank you.
Well, I'd also like to thank the League of Women Voters for putting on this forum. It's a great opportunity, especially for a newcomer to Shaker politics like myself. I'm a lifelong resident here, but a first-time candidate. Although I've known Brian for, we discussed for 25 years. We've got a lot of great friendships in the community. The greatest thing about Shaker is to see all you people out here, engaged citizens, out here on Tuesday night when you're busy with so much else, coming here to listen about good government and making wise choices and informed choices. So Shaker is the best place to live and raise a family, and my goal is to improve that and enhance that. As a quick introduction for many of you who don't know me, I moved into Shaker Heights with my family in 1961. My parents made the decision to move from Moreland Hills into Shaker. We sort of reversed the trend at that point. I went to school here and went away for college, architecture school, came back to Cleveland right after college, worked for Peter Van Dyke as an architect, and worked there for over 20 years. For the last 10 years, I was managing partner of the firm. We grew the firm to be the largest architectural firm in the region. After that, in 2001, I decided to sell my ownership in the firm and go out and do real estate development full-time. I wanted to make a difference and increase jobs and do sustainable green design. I think there's a great opportunity here in Shaker, but we are facing challenging times, as Brian said. We need new leadership, in my view. We need a new vision, and we need new skill set. I'm the candidate with the business background and the management experience that I think can make a difference. Shaker has not balanced its operating budget since 2006. Shaker's been spending its reserve fund to cover the shortfalls, and I would like your vote to make a change.
I'm Isaac Powell, and I ran 4 years ago. I'm a 35-year employee at Orange Schools, retired 15 years at the Shaker Library, and I'm running hopefully to bring some new ideas to stop the 10,000 people that have left Shaker in 9 years. The $1.7 million deficit facing this year with possible more layoffs and possible fires with that deficit. And I'm hoping to bring some fresh new ideas to the council. Thank you.
Thank you to the League. I'd like to start by just reviewing my background. I'm Lynn Ruffner. I'm a founding member of the Shaker Family Center, a founding member of the Shaker Heights Citizens Police Academy, past PTO Council President, PTO President at Fernway Middle School, Woodbury. My commitment to the city of Shaker Heights has been demonstrated. To talk about what I've been able to accomplish, in addition to what my partner, Brian Gleiser, shared, I want to talk about some of my personal accomplishments that I have spearheaded. As a result of my energies and the energies of the city staff, we put 100 youth to work this summer in summer employment. I spearheaded the committee that renamed the community center to the Stephanie Tubbs Jones Community Center. I led discussion in this community regarding mortgage foreclosure and predatory lending. We currently have a result of a committee that I chair, free mortgage foreclosure and loan counseling available here in the city. I chair the Human Relations Commission, which recently published Your Good Neighbor Guide. What I'm looking to continue to do as I move on to serve hopefully another 4 years is to continue to look and address our issues around our economic development. We know that we need our tax base to grow, to help to keep Shaker a stable community through conservative fiscal management and strong core services, work with our beautification, keeping our neighborhoods strong, and lastly, to continue our support of regionalism. Vote for Lynn Ruffner for Shaker Heights City Council.
Thanks very much. I am Rob Zimmerman, it's with a Z, and I am your last speaker, something I'm relatively used to at this point. Look, I was thinking about this past Sunday where I visited the Linton Road block party, and yes, block parties are still going on even though we're near the end of October. And I was with my young daughter, Lily, who's 7 years old, and she kept saying, "Daddy, can we leave the block party? Can we leave the block party?" You might describe her as a reluctant campaigner, but that's okay. I'm not a reluctant campaigner, and I'm not a reluctant city council member. I'm here as a young father, as an attorney, and as a young member of city council. I'm just finishing up my first term. I've planted my flag here in Shaker Heights. I grew up in Beechwood, but Shaker is my home. And I'm absolutely committed to raising my family here, putting our children through the schools, and hopefully leaving the city a little bit better after my service in Shaker City Council. Really what I have focused on in my term, at least at the very beginning, before things got very difficult with the recession, was improving the quality of life. Such things as building the Shaker Median Trail, renovating Horseshoe Lake Park, renovating Thornton Park, trying to put a little more asphalt on the streets for the benefit of ourselves and our cars. We certainly have a long way to go there, but we are making some progress. And just really trying to focus on making our city more livable and more enjoyable for ourselves and our families. The reality is the last 2 years, as we all know, have been extremely difficult. We've had to make some very painful budget cuts, and I'm proud to say that our city remains fiscally healthy. We can't just get to where we need to be by cutting, we know that, so that's why we're focusing on economic development very carefully, and the Warrensville Van Aken project in particular, I think is going to be a true catalyst for increased taxes flowing into our city and hopefully increased and improved services. I want to thank the League and all the other organizations for sponsoring this. I want to thank all of you for being here tonight. This turnout is exhilarating, and I look forward to hearing your questions.